Bring me on. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! I got to tell you, man, I'm pretty darn excited to be here today. Most days, I'm pretty darn excited to be any place, but yeah, this one in particular. So I was asked on it by Edna White, Stephen Doring, on the Shift community. It's like, what are you going to do today to move forward, to get that feeling of accomplishment? Well, I wrote down we're going to cut my lawn. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut my lawn. Feeling of accomplishment. Man, you think that's crazy? Well, in some respects, so do I. I tell you the truth. What's the big deal? Cutting the lawn, really? Well, I start it and I finish it and it's complete. Check it off. It's done. It's done. That's a sense of accomplishment. It's minor. It's nothing. Has nothing to do with business. Has nothing to do with helping the community, sharing your thoughts, doing a mitzvah. None of that stuff. It got nothing to do with helping out your neighbor. Maybe it's got a little to do with helping out the neighbor. This way your lawn doesn't look like crap, in the front. Got to have that curb appeal. Since one of my neighbors, well, he's in the process of closing on the house, but still, I'm gonna do my part, make sure all looks good, the rest of that stuff, and I certainly want my new neighbor to take care of his property too. But that's not the point. It's nowhere near the point. Doug, good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir. But it's a sense of accomplishment about starting and finishing and doing something. And that's how you keep in the game. Even doing this, how you keep in the game. I know they did last night. Last night I went out to the car show. I'm going to show you some photos of that. When I went to the Long Island Long Island GOTS. That's the drag. I don't know if you can really see that. We'll stand up a little bit more. So, yeah, Long Island GOTS a drag strip. Temporary still. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. It still is an annual revisit by the town supervisor and town board and whatever other people are involved in the whole thing. And it's at EPCAL, the Executive Air Park in Calverton, that Pete Skelzer's got the approval for it. That's Racetrack, not Street. You can go to the website if you want to see what's going on there. Racetrack, not Street. But they're getting closer. Getting closer. And you want something? I think every little step actually counts. Every other community member that is out there, that sees what's going on, that even attends a car show. The one that every Tuesday night at the Mount Carmel Church in Patchogue. You get a chance to meet these men, women, children, seniors, everybody that's out there. And you really get a better understanding of what it is, what this community is. It's family. Absolutely family. So besides cutting my lawn for a sense of doing something, I hadn't been out there the last couple of weeks. Might have a challenge getting out there for the next couple of weeks. Hey, Mr. Minister Grady Fuller. I may not get a chance to get out there for the next couple of weeks. I got my anniversary next week. Yeah, July 26th, married 30 years. 30 years, count them. 30 years. 30 years. I'll say it again, 30 years. That's an accomplishment for you. Definitely an accomplishment, on that one goes. Good accomplishment. Definitely good accomplishment. But I hadn't been over there in a while. I wanted to get back over there before racing starts again in August. And I wanted to speak to a few people about where I want to go. And I really want to be all in. I've been discussing on that announcer thing, becoming a little bit more effective as a race car announcer. So I needed to get back over there. Did they need to see me? No, absolutely not. Did I need to see them? Yes. I needed to be a little bit more, check off the box, we'll say, involved again. So I went down there, brought the camera, took some photos. Errol was kind enough to let me practice taking some photos on his car. Practice on his car. God loves when everybody takes photos with the car. He's got it parked right up front and center. I'll show you the photos over there. Tried to get a little bit more creative with it too. So I think we're getting better. On that one. But wanted to go back and just kind of re-energize myself with the whole thing. So Pete was down there last night. It was good to see Pete. He's out at the track. They're building everything, getting it all in shape. There's some photos up so you can see what the progress is because, again, it's temporary. So after that initial season, the spring season, it was a hiatus, waiting for the bird nesting season to end. Now that's coming to a close at August 20th to get back to racing again. And it's these folks that you see at the car shows are the ones that are out there. It's your mom, it's your dad, it's your brother, it's your sister, it's your friends, it's your shop teacher. Best rest assured. It's some folks that are professional drivers, professional race car drivers that have got the cars, folks that have been working on cars and they have that one fast car they got in the driveway. They get a chance to bring it out there and run it on the drag strip. How great is that? It really is. You know, when Pete named this thing Racetrack Not Street, I thought that was a nice name, catchy and all the rest of it. And explained it to me. The idea is to race your car on a track, not on a street. Good stuff. Good stuff. But every time it's brought out to different members of different communities, not just the racing community, and it's really something. It really is. And it's nice to see so many different people at this thing. I mean, it was, I'm going to tell you, there was cars, and again, it will show the photos, but there was cars there last night. Okay, it's a car show. That would make sense. A lot of motorcycles, too. I mean, I didn't do a head count on the motorcycles. I'd say it was 40, 50 motorcycles that were there. And again, all different age groups are there. Respectful of the fact it's in a church parking lot, respectful of the fact that it's in the right smack in the middle of a neighborhood, with the noise levels, all that staying down. And also that issue too, you're pulling out onto County Road 83, main highway, doing it all safely, really good stuff. They're raising money for the church, really good stuff. You ask for a small donation when you get there. If you want to donate food too, you can do that too. So it's all nice. It's all nice. Now, there's different aspects of this thing that comes to the fact that, hey, the racing community, if there's a drag strip on Long Island, it's easier or good. Is it be good for the community? Would it be good for the economic benefit? Yep, all good. Would it be good for the vocational aspect, these high schools, colleges, Suffolk Community College automotive program, which I hear is expanding big time because of the need, involvement with internships that are around that, the high schools, vocational programs. I remember we was automotive, kind of not just automotive anymore. It's STEM, it's the technology, the science, everything that goes along with it that are all involved and can be involved. Is it a catalyst for all of those things? Yeah, it definitely is. And we're going to continue that story. Definitely want to continue that story, but not today. Although we're 10 minutes into it, so I guess maybe I did anyhow, didn't I? I guess I did. Minister Grady Fuller, man, it's always good. Always good to see you, my friend. Doug and the rest of the hope day yesterday went well with everything there. Doug and Karen, of course. Well, see Karen every day. It's my wife. So I'm doing that. Hey, I got my hair cut the other day, thanks to Daddy for doing it. Told him, it's like, hey, you got to cut it short over here on the top. Like, why? It's because everyone's want to forget to comb my hair. It falls down. So we did that. I get back to putting in a mousse and the rest of that kind of stuff. But hey, whatever. All right. So anyhow, so it's my father's birthday today. What does that have to do with you? Nothing. It's got to do with me. Well, it's my father's birthday, right? So gotta wish my happy birthday and do the rest of that stuff. Does that have to do with the car show, car racing, and all the rest of that stuff? I can tell you actually quite a bit. Because the other aspect of this whole thing is that it brought back a lot of memories. Really did. This whole idea of the car shows, we didn't go to too many car shows. Not that I recall. I did go with a couple of friends, went to the car shows in the city. That was a whole lot of fun. You want to do that? I haven't done that. I don't think I've done that as after that age bracket. But we definitely went to Islip Speedway. We definitely went to Freeport Speedway. I don't recall if we went to Riverhead, although I did take my own son out to Riverhead. Never made it to National Speedway, the drag racing, that kind of thing. So we went more to the oval circuits that were Freeport and Islip. Did get a chance to get out to the Bridgehampton track. There wasn't a race day, but definitely got a chance to see that track. You don't know how many of these tracks have gone? Quite a few. Definitely quite a few. Those memories of some of these tracks, not gone. But there's a photo in here today, kind of reinvigorated that memory. With that checked off that box about, wow, wouldn't that be something? And then I had a conversation with the gentleman that owned that car. And that was an unbelievable conversation because that was another one of these things that tie it all together. And that was really something else. So, Dad, this one's for you. Yeah, brings back the memories of Freeport Speedway and Islip Speedway going down there, going to see the cars race against each other, the Volkswagen racing, the modified racing. Last night when I chatted with him, we were talking about seeing, actually, you ready for this? Richard Petty and Bobby Allison. How cool was that? I knew we were going back and forth whether it was Islip Speedway or Freeport Speedway, but it didn't make a difference. We actually saw right there, right in our own backyards, Richard Petty and Bobby Allison racing against each other. And those stock cars racing on a 5th-mile track. Unbelievable. And you want to know something that was really cool about that? Is that NASCAR came to the fans. And the one comment I'm going to make on that one is that NASCAR, if you ever do hear this thing, come back to the fans again. I think it's gotten to be showy, not a sport. The rest of that stuff, bring it back to the fans. Definitely got to do that. Man, Richard Petty was something else. He would just hang out and sign autographs all along. Unbelievable. Just really great stuff. So, anyhow, that's something I'd like to see over there. And maybe that's one of the things that has always kept me attracted to this kind of thing, and why I think it's just so incredible, with the drag strip out there. You want to go walk the pit area? Go walk the pit area. Have yourself a field day. Bring the camera. Have a great time. Bring the kids. Just do. Speak to the drivers. And these drivers, some of them are kids, 7, 8 years old, 9 years old, driving those junior dragsters. Oh, is it safe? Yeah, I mean, they got all the safety equipment there. They got special licenses for what they're doing with these dragsters. And these dragsters are going down the track 50, 60 miles an hour. And they're doing just a phenomenal job with it. How great is that to see? It really is. A lot of fathers, sons, mother, daughters that are out there racing. I have conversation with somebody this morning too. Her daughter races. She races at the speedway, not on the dragway. But you know what? Not on the drag strip. But it's just great. Bottom line, this has been a family event for me years and years and years ago. Still is. And that's something that I thought was really cool. All right, let's go take a look at some photos. What do you say? All right, let's go share screen, and I think we need to go to window, and that one, share, and let's see if we can move this over a little bit myself, and you can see some of the photos. All right, now let's be perfectly clear. I'm not a car guy. I couldn't describe these cars to you other than saying that is cool. And my quest, for those photographers out there is to take better pictures using the manual settings on my camera as opposed to using the automatic one. So that was the focus yesterday. Every one of these photos are in the manual setting, every one of them. So working on the whole thing. So the question, or what I was trying to accomplish yesterday was setting the aperture. This way it was focused in on one area and then everything else became a little bit blurrier in the background as that goes. That's why the car is clearer than the woman that's back there. So that's that. That is by design, my friends. That is by design. All right, so let's go here. Let's go look on to the next photo as that kind of goes. And we need to go here to look at the next photo. All right, there we are. So there's that one that was more on the car. And that one was, again, car up in front. That was clear, right? And I was focusing on the tires this way you can read them. Cooper Cobra. And then it gets a little bit blurrier back there. Just trying to get trying to show the idea of how big this is. That is a massive parking lot back there. Remember, it's a church parking lot, man. That fills up for for your Sunday services. How quite a few cars, and it was filled all the way to the back, by the tree line over there. So that one. All right, here's the crossover photo. Yeah. So I mentioned that there was cars and motorcycles there. Well, this one is, I don't know, undecided maybe. It is definitely a motorcycle, and that's definitely a car engine. So he snapped this one as he was leaving over there. Glad it came out okay, as that goes. But hey, you were looking at a full-blown car engine. Unbelievable what these folks do. All right, this one, kind of cool paint job out there. Those are the motorcycles that were there, and the one car. Took this one a little bit toward the end. This way, get a little clearer shot. Worked out that way. All right, there it is. The orange machine as Errol's car. Probably the most photographed car of them all over there because he parks that one right up front. Beautiful job too. They very able to prop the hood up and take a look to see what's going on. Beautiful, beautiful setup. Definitely beautiful setup. Great guy too. The whole team. Hopefully, I got the photo of the whole team in here. I think I do. That are helping out making this thing work. And this was another photo of the car. Again, different setting. So made this photo a darker photo just by changing the aperture setting. Exactly what I did, I'd have to take a look. Still working through. Actually, I think I got it over here. No, no. Anyhow, it is someplace else that I can tell. Anyhow, so that's it. So it's different on the photo side of things as to what the right color of the car is. Definitely looks like a brighter orange here, darker one in that respect. Here's another oldie goldie car. Look at that. Beautiful. Roadster, that kind of thing. That was neat. All right, here's it. This is the one for Dad. There we go. Long Island Vintage Auto Racing Series is what the shirt says up there. Vintage is in the white. So this is Richie Evans used to drive. Well, this car is a replica, of that car. These are the old modified cars. The modified is an interesting series too because that has changed dramatically over the years. But modified meant a car that was modified. So if you go back to those Daytona races that took place on the beach, those are modified cars. Rules wide open, absolutely wide open. It was before the tons and tons of rules, that were there, and the different kinds of cars that raced against each other back in the day. My dad and I used to go down. They were different. It was definitely different. Now they were a little bit more conforming to each other, keep it a little bit more even, I guess. And I'm not the tech guy, don't know, but that was what was explained to me by the gentleman that actually owns that car. But I thought, Dad, I thought you'd get a kick out of seeing that one. Richie Evans was the name on that car. Remember Richie Evans, Charlie Zombach, and a few others. This one car, try to get creative there with the sunlight coming through. And we're back with another photo. There we go. Full blown with the car. And if you're wondering, that is a street legal car. Those little tags in there, those are registration stickers, man. That is a street legal car. All right, here was my creative shot. This is Errol's car at night. He's got the lights on the whole thing. So we were kind of fooling around, with that one. He's got the lights up top here, and then also underneath. I don't think I did that justice, but hey, we tried. And then there's the picture of the team. Most of everybody, I should say, because there's quite a few people that help out with this whole thing. But if you wonder who Long Island needs a drag strip is, Long Island got a drag strip is, this is the team. This is everybody that's down there week after week, helping out, doing their thing, raising money for the church. The father's over there raising money for the church, making sure everybody behaves, letting them know that one, it's church parking lot, two, which neighborhood, and three, the whole idea behind this is for a friendly gathering of folks to get together. And then that is just an absolutely great thing. So I want to thank every one of them, by the way, for allowing me into that crowd. I tell you, it's been a whole lot of fun doing those things. There we go. So that's where that's at. Hey, what else we got here? Mike, thanks for joining us. And Pamela, thanks for joining us also. Got my friend Speed Racer over there, Mach 5, and Trixie. All right, I had a crush on Trixie. I'll tell you that one publicly too. I had a, I had a crush on it. I didn't think, yeah, that was a whole lot of fun. I don't even know if I can play that anymore. A DVD. Go find a DVD anyplace. As that goes. But the whole idea here, with this thing, with the drag strip, making that work, I think it's a great idea. Really think it's a great idea. You want to know what was really good about last night too? Besides that, having a good time taking the photos. What was really interesting about the group of people I met today, called Spheres of Influence. Rick Amarella and Lenore Paparacchi are the two that were the co-founders of this. It was interesting. They're the co-founders of this, but they're not the decision makers of it. Interesting. Small group. Yeah, without a doubt, strong influence on it. But you know what? They get it. It's for the good of the group. It's for the good of the organization. This thing over here, I'd venture to say there's very few people that are taking credit for this thing. They're out there for the good of the group, good of the effort, as that goes. It's just great to see. All those people that are showing up, hey, not every one of them are going to bring a car out to the drag strip or anything like that. A lot of them just want to go out and meet someplace. Just go out and from a social occasion standpoint, that was flat out there. A couple of folks down there came down just to support the church. That was nice. They were all handing donations in, food donations, dollar donations, things like that. To realize there's a lot of good things going on right now. We need to continue to foster those good things. These people over here, Lenore, Rick, and the folks inside the Toastmaster Club, some of the folks I've met along the way doing different things and the rest of it. It's really most important. It's really most important is meeting people that are authentic about what they do. Yeah, I got involved with that and they're giving me the microphone. I get to announce the races out there. Is that fun? Yeah, absolutely. I will not tell you anything different. It gives me a chance to gain exposure in a whole different community, without a doubt. But I'd like to think I wouldn't do it just for the sake of it. In fact, I know I would not do it just for the sake of it, just to gain exposure on the whole thing. I sincerely believe that a track on Long Island would be a good thing. And these folks out there sincerely believe the same thing. A lot of them see it from the racing standpoint. A lot more of them see it from the good of Long Island standpoint. The dollars that would be here from the vacationers and things like that, the tourist dollars, economy, all the rest of that kind of stuff. They see that. That's a message I'd like to deliver out, in that respect. But when you do things, you gotta really know why you're doing something. Really, truly know that. I will bang my head against the wall thousands of times, repeat myself on that whole thing. Really understand why you're doing something. Why do I like cutting the lawn? Because I start it and I finish it. That's why I like cutting the lawn. Other than that, not really. It's not like I'm running around. Look at me, I cut the lawn. There are a lot of folks out there that are a lot more enthusiastic about how their lawn looks than the way mine does. It's cut. It's done. I did something. That was good. Out there, doing that, yeah, I definitely get that sense of accomplishment doing that. But it's more than that. Because I believe in the cause of the whole thing. And around a whole lot of people believe in the cause with it. This other group this morning, Lenore, Rick, Spheres of Influence. Why they do it? They don't need it to gain exposure, to meet new people and stuff like that. The two of them are incredibly busy. Incredibly busy. Because they understand that there's a lot of small nonprofits out there that could use a little help, whether it be a little bit of money, a little bit of exposure, a little bit of assistance in their marketing, whatever it is. That kind of thing is there. And I know maybe that's one thing I've learned along the way too, through my family, through what my father was able to do with us, my mom, about having good friends around the household, about being involved with the boating community. That was the big thing there, more than the racing community, about the boating community, helping out others where, when, and if help was needed. And it was a massive learning curve. I've had on that one with the voting, and everybody was there to lend an opinion. Sometimes a lot of opinions, but they were there to lend an opinion. I'm seeing that here with with the Long Island Needs a Drag Strip team. Without a doubt, everybody's there to help everybody else. You having an issue? They just show up. They just show up to help out. Seen that a lot out there in the pit area. Folks are just looking to help anybody as that goes. That's a great thing to see. The family aspect also, an actually phenomenal thing to see. And maybe that'll be the thing I carry through from my parents, from my mom, totally involved with the family. My mother-in-law, father-in-law, same thing, devoted to the family, totally devoted to the family. Unbelievable. But sticking with or getting away from different groups of people that just didn't fit in properly at the time, that took place too. That absolutely took place. So think about that. I know I have referred to that yesterday, really taking a look on that 8, 9, 10 thing, as Marshall put it, with the foods. Like, are we really eating, as she was putting it in that context, are we really eating those things that really, what we enjoy the most? Are we really focused on our lives, on everything we do, projects, careers, jobs, all the rest of that stuff? New people, networking groups, things like that, that really, truly bring us the most enjoyment, satisfaction. I'll say benefit, but the benefit is a satisfaction benefit too. Because I know if you're sitting here listening to this, it's not just about success of money. It goes beyond that. Definitely goes beyond that. It goes to success of community. And that's where it's about. Because if you've worked through some obstacle someplace and seen the opportunity in that obstacle, well, you get it. You get the whole idea behind this whole thing. Hey, Errol joins us, Mr. Orange Car himself. We showed your car before. I'll put the photo back up of your car. Yeah, you know what? And thanks for letting me take photos of it, man. I definitely appreciate that. So we'll close out with that one. I'll share that screen as it goes out. But that's it. That's really it. Figure out for you what is the most beneficial enjoyment thing that brings you the most success, and kind of let everything else go by the wayside. Figure out how to support it without it taking time, but let it go. Let it go and focus in on those things. Because what'll happen, your success, your visibility, your growth will continue to be there. And then everything else will kind of come along with it and make it work that way. And you're going to build that team that's going to allow you to do more, because you'll have bigger following, a bigger presence, a bigger everything. And then it really becomes something that's excellent. It really does. Keep helping out your community. No other better way of phrasing it. Just keep helping out your community. All right, we're right at 30 minutes and a couple of seconds. We're going to switch this over, though. We're going to close out with Speak Well, Speak Often, Live Inspired. We're going to share the screen. And, yeah, I do agree. It was a great night. And there was one guy I spoke to. Oh, that cobweb thing, I got to tell you. I'm not going to, though. But I got to tell you, you'll hear about it. All good. Hey, today was another good conversation, too, with somebody else. Oh, fantastic. All right. I'll end. Speak well, speak often, live inspired. And check out this photo, my friends. There we go. Let's go. Share screen again. Share screen. Window. Boom. Share. And we bring it back to the photo. There it is. Wait, that wasn't the one though that I wanted to. That was. There it is. Da 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 da. All right, my friends. Be well.